The playoffs are here, and you can predict the action all the way to the finals with FanDuel Predicts. Predict the spread, the total points, and even the game-winning moments that make the playoffs. Sign up and get a $25 bonus with FanDuel Predicts.
Offered by FanDuel Prediction Markets, LLC, a registered futures commission merchant. 18-plus bonus is non-withdrawable and expires 7 days after receipt. Trading derivatives involves significant risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Manage your activity with their consumer protection tools. Restrictions apply. See terms at FanDuel.com/predicts/bonus-offer-terms.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Sunday morning. With us is John Terrett, and he's going to give us what the markets have done this week.
I sure am, and this week coming is a big week for tech, and we got off to a great start with tech on Thursday night with Intel, the chip maker in California. They turned in some really strong earnings, and they showed signs of growth in their business for a long time. So Intel shares were up about 19% on Thursday and up 22% on Friday. And remember, the Trump administration has a 10% stake in Intel, the better to promote the domestic development of microchips within the borders of the United States. Meta Platforms is axing 10% of its jobs, somewhere between 11 and 8,000, depending, and this is because they're trying to pay for AI. Microsoft doing something similar, offering a voluntary staff buyout for the first time, up to 7% of a salary. It's all to pay for AI, just like Meta. American Airlines cutting its 2026 forecast, just like United did earlier last week as well. Marijuana is moving from Class 1, that's heroin, to Class 3, which is Tylenol, basically. Oddly enough, the pot stocks, Tilray, Green Thumb, and Curaleaf were all down on the day that was announced. They kind of lost their buzz, you might say. The Wall Street Journal says $500 million is coming as a bailout from the Trump administration for Spirit Airlines and those big yellow 757s that fly down to Florida. They fly out of Newark in this area, of course. Boeing losses narrowed last week, and Kelly Ortberg, who's the boss, says look out for more defense orders in the future. GE was one of the founding members of the Dow 12 130 years ago. This week, Vernova, its power division, hit new highs because orders are surging. The crypto story of the week, Kevin Warsh, the nominee for the Fed chair's job, says that crypto is now part of the fabric of the U.S. financial system. And, of course, the really big story on Friday was Janine Pirro, who, as you know, is the U.S. attorney for the District of Columbia, ending the probe into those renovations at the Federal Reserve and Jerome Powell's role in it. It, in theory, advances the prospects for Kevin Warsh to be confirmed now, but it's actually too early to say because there are a number of members of the Congress who are very unhappy about this probe moving from the DOJ to the Inspector General of the Federal Reserve. Markets all flirting with, well, certainly the S&P and the NASDAQ anyway, flirting with highs on Friday because of the renewed possibility of talks over Iran over the course of the weekend and what's left of it and the early part of next week. And as for next week, well, King Charles, my king, because you may have noticed I'm English, he's coming to Washington, D.C. with his wife, Queen Camilla. They're in town tomorrow. He addresses the Congress on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we get the Federal Reserve's latest rate decision. No change expected. And the earnings this week, John, from big names, Starbucks, General Motors, Meta Platforms, and the really big one, Apple, on Thursday. John
Terrett, thank you so much for the updated news, and we're going to catch up with you again real soon.
Yep, thank you. See you next Sunday. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Security program on spreadsheets, new regulations piling up, and audit dread? It's time for Vanta. Vanta automates security and compliance, brings evidence into one place, and cuts audit prep by 82%. Less manual work, clearer visibility, faster deals, zero chaos. Call it compliance or call it compliance. Get it? Join the 15,000 companies using Vanta to prove trust. Go to vanta.com/calm.